Let's hear it again, some great words there. Thank you very much. Okay, like I said before, we've got a lot more music, a lot more art and dancing coming, but we've got one more speaker before that.
Tell them she's got a train to go to London. Tomorrow,
she's going to London on some more important agenda, so she's here quickly for a little speech. And it's Dr. Rhetta from the Greater Manchester Community for Palestine. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, hello. Thanks very much, Ross, for placing why we are here in its historical context. Because of course, WikiLeaks published in 2010, but Stop the War was beginning from 2003 to expose the lies. I'm not going to speak for very long, but I want to start off by just reading an extract from the WikiLeaks website. So we're very, very clear what WikiLeaks is. And Julian Assange actually was the founder of WikiLeaks and its publisher, and he founded it in 2006. It's a multinational media organisation and associated library. It specialises in the analysis and publication of large data sets of censored or otherwise restricted official materials involving war, spying and corruption. And I want to repeat that. It publishes materials involving war, spying and corruption. It has so far published more than 10 million documents and associated analyses. Julian Assange, interviewed by Der Spiegel, said, WikiLeaks is a giant library of the world's most persecuted documents. We give asylum to these documents. We analyse them, we promote them, and we obtain more. WikiLeaks has contractual relationships and secure communication paths to more than 100 major media organisations from around the world. This gives WikiLeaks sources, the sources who use WikiLeaks. It gives them negotiating power, impact, and technical protections that would otherwise be difficult or impossible to achieve. So the people that are using the materials that Julian Assange was instrumental in leaking are the people in the leadership of trying to expose the wars, the spying, and the corruption going on around the world. And I'd like to take us back for a moment to 2010. Here we are in 2024, and I expect, or I suspect, that there isn't a single person on St. Peter's Fields right now who doesn't have a phone in their pocket. And of course, particularly since the 7th of October, we have been accessed photographs, videos, first-person testimony from the people in Gaza. But go back 14 years. In 2010, when Julian Assange put out into the public domain what he did, if you remember, one of the things he put out there was a video of people being shot from very, very, very high up, being murdered, including 2 Reuters journalists. If WikiLeaks had not published that, we, the 99% of people in the world, would not have been given that window onto the way in which the imperialist powers actually function. And when I say imperialist powers, I'm talking about the United States of America and its lapdog, the Britain, and all the others around the world, all the leaders in every country around the world who in 2024, with 14 years worth of access to primary information, which exposes the corruption, which exposes the spying and the treachery. Without Julian Assange's work then, we would not have been in a position all those years ago to know that when Liar Blair said we were 45 minutes away from the weapons of mass destruction, it was a complete lie. He and every other leader that has presided over the last 14 years are the ones who should be in the dock. But because of our humanity, we wouldn't put them into solitary confinement, because we know that solitary confinement is an instrument of torture. It's an instrument of torture, and that is what Julian Assange is being exposed to right now. So the legacy that he is leaving for us at this moment in time is immense. It's beyond words. We stand on the shoulders of Julian Assange. And the people in Gaza who, if you could imagine, drones flying over us now and snipers shooting at us now, and it's kind of ironic to be talking about that on this ground when we remember in 1819 the Hussars who chopped down 19 people for again marching for their rights. We have to come out and exercise our right to defend and to grow our rights. But ultimately, we have to take this system down. The same system that is subjecting Julian Assange to torture 24/7 is the same system that is trying to tell us that bodies exploded and children being photographed picking up the pieces of their mothers to try and find a part of their mother to bury them. That's an image that I saw 2 days ago from Gaza. They're trying to stop us from stopping them. And the only way we can succeed is by finding our unity. Whatever divides us, it doesn't matter, because if we are committed to an immediate and unconditional ceasefire, and you may remember pictures of Julian Assange, a pale face behind a window in the Ecuadorian embassy, holding up the poster that said, "Free Palestine." He has always been a champion for Palestine. So when we win the freedom of Julian Assange, when Julian Assange walks out the front door of the courts to be reunited with his friends and his family, let that be the same day or part of our road towards that unconditional and immediate ceasefire in Gaza, and then the tearing down of the global system that is responsible for both of these gross human rights violations. The violations meted out to Julian Assange, the violations meted out to the people in Palestine and people all around the world today that we know in the Congo, in Sudan. We know these violations are going on. He is a tremendous vanguard for us to keep on going. So I finally say to you two things: free Julian Assange and free Palestine.
We're going to have them